What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sector for Nerds. I'm Ryan Brower, and today we are here to talk about the final 2 episodes of The Bad Batch Season 2. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. If we do so, we will do a watch party live stream of an entire Star Wars trilogy. And as far as which one we do, I'll leave that up to y'all, but we'll figure that out later. All right, you guys, let's talk about it. Oh my gosh, what a final episode. Definitely a step up from the season 1 finale, because personally, the season 1 finale, I didn't think it was that good. I thought it was one of the worst episodes of The Bad Batch. It definitely had its moments, but this one carried so much weight to it. It kind of reminded me of the season 3 finale of Star Wars Rebels, and what I mean by that is this: we had an objective going into that finale, and that objective was, we're gonna go capture Lothal. By the end of that, first episode, you kind of get the gut, you kind of realize at that point, all right, the attack's off the table, now it's just about survival. And that's exactly what happened in this finale as well. We had an objective. We were going after Crosshair. We were going to go and find this doctor's base. Saw Guerrera was kind of the one who messed up the plans, right? Because he was there with his troops and they were going to destroy the base, which I really don't know what he was looking to accomplish, because I don't think he really ended up destroying anybody when it came to that Imperial side of things, because they had that meeting, right? And they locked down the base and everything. Krennic was one of the people in there, by the way, and I didn't recognize him either. It wasn't until Tarkin said his name, I'm like, oh crap, Krennic's here. So it's all right, the mission's off, now we just gotta get out and survive. And then they're on that train, right? And one of them is being taken off the rails, because it's, I guess, a 2-cart train that they're on. Tech's trying to obviously get the power back. He goes on the rail, gets to the power, turns it back on, but they're not moving because the one cart is just dragging everything down. He's hanging on by the rope. The fighters keep coming in and taking them out, and it's Wrecker's trying to hold it together, but it's all right, something's gotta happen here, or everybody's gonna die. And then freaking Tech makes the sacrifice and essentially kills himself. Or potentially, I do believe there is a potential that maybe a glimmer of hope that he could be alive. However, I also have that scary suspicion that if he does come back, he may not be the man we remember. I got so freaking upset when Tech died, and then Omega's sitting there struggling too after they get out of the cart. At this point, it's got power, but it's moving too fast. They can't stop it. Crash. And we get that first-person view through Omega's eyes like we get from Hunter in season 1. And they're on the run. They're getting back to the Marauder. It seems like Omega's hurt. They end up going back to Cid, which very much surprised me. Maybe because it's all right, we don't want to risk being tracked to Pabu because that might put us in danger. And then, of course, as I've been predicting, and as a lot of us have been predicting, Cid sold them out. After everything that they've done for her, after every single mission that they went on for her, Cid's repayal to them is that she sells them out to the Empire. Pardon my French, but fuck you, Cid. Fuck you. And the rest of this episode, and this is what I really enjoyed about this episode, I guess more so than the first season's finale. The first season, you kind of had a gut feeling that they were gonna get out of that situation, you know what I'm saying? But here, I had no idea what was gonna happen, and I was so scared for our boys in Clone Force 99. At the end of the day, it was all right, screw the mission, I don't care, I just want them to be okay. Hunter, even at the end of the day, said, look, Wrecker and I, we think that settling down on Pabu is the thing to do. How does that sound for you, Omega? And Omega seemed to be okay with it, so it kind of seemed all right, this is what we're gonna do now. Bad Batch is just running from the fight. Maybe we pick this up again in season 3 if they have one and they get back into the fight. So yeah, you guys, I do believe that is potential for Tech to be alive, because the dude brought him his goggles and he's yeah, he didn't make it. And I'm sitting there all right, pardon me, but I don't know how much I believe the word of a lying Imperial, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just okay, what if they got to him the way that Hydra got to Bucky in The Winter Soldier? You know what I'm saying? For those who haven't seen that movie, it's an old friend of Captain America Americas. He ends up, he's presumed to be dead, but instead the bad guys get to him and they turn him into like this brainwashed soldier. Maybe that's what's going to happen to Tech. Maybe that's what causes, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it too, because Tech is very smart, right? What if they use Tech against like this clone rebellion that could potentially be uprising? What if Tech is the key to defeating it? If there's anybody smart enough to do it, it's him. And I really hate that too. This was a dark finale, and I feel like it's only gonna get darker from here. We see Crosshair again at the end of the episode. He's out unconscious. We got a big reveal at the end. The scientist was like, look, I tried to warn him, everything. She's like, you should know me better than you think you do, Omega. She says we're sisters. And I'm like, wait, what? There were more female clones? I'm like, all right, this is interesting. So here's what I think is going to happen now, right? Now it's going to be a matter of, I think there's definitely going to be an episode or two dedicated in season 3 to Crosshair trying to get out with Omega. I think that this, clone scientist, this female scientist is going to end up helping Crosshair and Omega, and eventually they will get out. Or at least I hope they do. In this episode, there was an early adaptation of the AT-ST as well. I thought that was interesting. I'm gonna make a video in a couple of weeks, you guys, discussing my overall thoughts on the Bad Batch Season 2, so we can kind of cover the season overall then, but just... You guys, what a finale episode. It had me, excited at first, and then it had me sad and upset. It made me scared. And it just kind of goes to show that, like, the investment I have in this show, I love Clone Force 99. I love all those characters, and just, I wanted to see all of them get back together. Like, at I was kind of hoping in the finale, we would get to see Bad Batch reuniting as a full team, and it just did quite the opposite. It only took them apart even more, right? Like Tech dying, Omega being captured. So I think Echo is going to stick around again. I think it's going to be now because Omega got captured, and, I think Echo's going to go to Rex and be like, look, I need to help these guys right now. And maybe that'll lead to Rex helping them as well. Maybe like we get a few clones going back to help Clone Force 99. Maybe that's the story going into season 3, you guys, of them looking for Omega, is guys like Hauser and Rex and Echo, all of these guys are helping out Clone Force 99 because they helped them. Unlike certain people in this show, people that help each other won't just stab other people in the back. Thank you for that, Sid. Man, I hate Sid so much right now. Like, I hated Sid before, I hate her even more now. Dude, I swear as well, if they do a frickin' arc in season 3 where, like, Sid tries to help them get Omega back or something, like, I could totally see that happening too, because you could tell, like, at the end when Sid was getting the money and everything that she felt bad, like, at least by the look on her face. But it wasn't like, it didn't feel to me like in episode 5 when Lando betrays Han and Lando throws in the line of, I had no choice, they arrived right before you did, I'm sorry. This felt, she didn't say that, but like you could tell that there was a little bit of guilt. I don't know, I still hate her. I just want them to go. I wanted them to go their separate ways from Sid for the longest time, and then they've, it seems like they finally do so. They go back to her one last time, and then what does she do? She fucking sells them out. But yeah, maybe we'll get like Rex and Hauser and all the boys helping out trying to get Omega back. We got to figure out what they're doing with all this cloning stuff as well. Are they trying to figure out like how to clone Palpatine, or are they going to clone someone else? Like what's that all about? I'm sure more will be revealed in season 3. We better get season 3 next year, you guys. Like I'm hoping I think at Celebration they're supposed to be doing a Bad Batch panel, so hopefully there's an announcement for season 3 this coming year, because we had to wait like 2 years for season 2, right? We better not have to wait that long for season 3. I get the pandemic may or may not have played a role in that, I don't know, but like at the end of the day, please give us season 3 next year, you guys. We'll have to see what comes out of Celebration, you guys, but I'm very excited. I love this show, I love these characters, and man, what a finale episode, you guys. I believe that's gonna wrap us up for today. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this 2-part finale. Did you like it? Did you not like it? How'd you feel about, you know, what's going on with the Bad Batch now, with Omega being captured, Nala Se being, you know, maybe a little more tempted to help out, because, you know, at the end they were like, you know, if you don't do your job, then bad things are going to happen to Omega. So I'm just sitting there like, son of a bitch. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video with others to help support the channel, and I will see you guys next time.